We are going to take a look, and oh my goodness, these bees, that's a real shocker. Welcome to Buffalo Lick YouTube channel. I want to show you real quick how to do a mite wash. All right, so I've got my check mite kit. This consists of a container and a basket. So we put that in there. I'm using 91% rubbing alcohol today. Now I've already got one that's open, so I'm going to finish it off. There's some lines inside the basket that show you where to fill it to. If you don't want to use rubbing alcohol, you could use soapy water, 2 tablespoons of dish soap in a gallon of water. Bob Binnie says that actually works better than alcohol, so I think I might end up switching over. Cheaper too. All right, so we need a sample of bees. That's what this is for. And we're going to use a 1/2 cup measuring cup. That's roughly 300 bees. What we're looking to see is the percentage of mites to bees, and we want it to be 1%, 2%. Anything over 2% is a real problem. So 3 to 6 mites per 300 bees is the threshold that we're looking at. So we're going to open this box. And what we want to do, ideally, is get nurse bees that are close to the brood. Now this time of year, we don't have a lot of brood. So we're going to look down in this second box and see if we can find some nurse bees or some bees that would be closest to the brood if there was any. Because we don't have a lot of brood this time of year, that makes it a good time to do oxalic acid vaporization if we find out we have a mite problem. So we're going to pull the frame so that we can have a little space to work with. Get in here towards the middle of the box. Now you want to be sure that you don't wash the queen. That would be bad. So I'm going to take a quick look, make sure she's not on this comb. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to give these bees a shake right into our container. And then I'm just going to put everything back together. The older bees in our container will fly off, which is fine. Like I said, nurse bees make the best sample because they're in contact with any brood that might be in there. And they would be the ones that might have mites. All right, so I'm going to take a look in here one more time. Just make sure I didn't mistakenly get the queen. Give them a little bump down. 1/2 cup of bees into our sample. Everybody else gets to go home. Put the lid on. Now, be sure you tighten this down. It'll make a mess if you don't. Ask me how I know. Now you want to give this a shake and a swirl for about 1 minute. At least a minute. Okay. So now that we've given us a shake, we are going to take a look, and oh my goodness, these bees, that's a real shocker. Because even though this colony looks great when you open the box and look at them for this time of year, lots of bees, lots of honey, lots of pollen, Boy, our mite treatment in August did not do the trick. These bees have got a lot of mites. Let me show you. So, you can see all the mites settling down there, and that is calls for immediate treatment. That's a bunch. And probably going to disqualify that box from our breeding program. All right, this is why you got to look, because everything else about that box looks great here in the very late fall, going into winter. But that right there says our treatment in August, at least for this colony, didn't do what we needed it to do. So we've got to do something right away. All right, that's how you do a mite check. If you get any value out of this, if you like what we're doing, you know what to do. Hope to see you in the next one.